Coming up, it's a rematch from the wild card round, where Tampa defeated Washington for their first of 3 road playoff wins. Can the football team get a little payback? We'll find out next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup. We know how well they throw the football, but they're going to have their work cut out for them in this one.
Yeah, they're going up against a top 5 unit in the league, and this is a defense. They don't make a lot of mistakes. Well coached, they execute really, really well, and terrific leadership on that side of the ball. So precision, that's going to have to be a key for them in this one.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Defensively here, Charles, you know, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried. Few have succeeded. What do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know how difficult that is in the NFL, I say it's inside pressure. The guy's up the middle in his face because he's not the type of athlete who can get out to the perimeter and hurt you. He likes to step up in the pocket and throw downfield. If you have a couple of good pass rushers right in his face, right in his grill, that's your best chance to slow him down.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Brady's throw there complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bucs. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off by Cameron Curl. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, it's Jones. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength. It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call it low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So that one will be accepted. Throwing now is Brady. A check down here to Jones. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little game. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become...
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rob Gronkowski with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
On that 3rd down call.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Brady now on first down. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Throwing on first down is Brady. That's into a crowd and intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Brady going to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady, he's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Brady. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in this.
Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Well, this is really simple. Back is on.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone and all.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Mike. Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26.
Let's go! Let's go!
Back now at FedEx Field before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. To throw is Brady. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And this one is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Bucs on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's the backup Gabbert. And that will be incomplete.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Gabbert now. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right?
They'll throw again. Gabbert. And that is incomplete. Now Brady. And oh, it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's into the clear. 30. 10.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Brady going to find Jones here out of the backfield. And they're going to have it. Tackles made.
Brady going to look to throw.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Gabbert. Wide open, Gronkowski.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Brady. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Second down and goal. Brady. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Buccaneers, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.